Hey, hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this Azure DevOps tutorial series, today let's discuss about what are tasks in Azure pipeline. Alright, in simple words, a task performs an action in a pipeline. Say you have a script or a code piece that you want to run as part of your pipeline, then you can simply call it as a task, all right? Or in real time you want to build an app, or if you want to interact with any other Azure resources like Azure CLI or Azure PowerShell, in those kind of situation you will use a task. If you want to install a tool, if you want to run a test, if you want to deploy something, in all these kind of situations you will use a task. All right, so tasks are building blocks for defining automation in a pipeline, right? So in a real world, right, the task will run in sequence one after other, right? So if you want to perform automation of all your tasks, automation of all your activities, tasks plays a very vital role. All right, so let's see few examples about what tasks are and how tasks looks in Azure pipeline. Right, before that, if you want to view the list of tasks, you can view those in Azure Marketplace. Okay, sorry, there is something called Marketplace. I already opened that for you. So these are list of extensions that is actually available in Azure DevOps, which you can use. Right. So for example, say you have something. If you want to try something for Docker, you can search for Docker and install that Docker task here. You can go here. You can try to install it. Similarly, like if you have any other task that you wanna search for, you can look for the task and install it. All right. So this, I have already installed this extension, so it is not showing here, or else there will be an install button here. Okay. So let me try with any other task, say Azure PowerShell, right? So run on inline PowerShell. So I can get it for free, and you can download and install it in your organization. For example, I want to install it in my DevOps organization here, so I am just installing it. So once you install it, it will by default take you to your organization page. All right, so this is a very simple task. Okay, so let's see what task is actually. Like before going into that, probably I should have shown you this first. So if I go into pipelines, let me go into my classic pipeline which I have created earlier. So if you go into edit mode, right, so you can see I have a couple of items. One is Python 3.x and another one is command line script. Okay, so this is what we call it as task. So we have a task 1, this is task 2, right? So similarly, if you want to add any other task, you can add it, say Docker, right? I can add a Docker here. I can add a Docker task here, right? If you want to perform any um, Docker operations, you can just give those details here. Okay, once you do this and save it, it should be this Docker task will be added into your pipeline, right? So in this is a classic version of your pipeline. In case if you wanna add it under a YAML, right? So you can view the YAML syntax here, right? So you have a task here. Under steps, you will have a task, and you will provide the task name here. Okay, by default, the classic pipeline generated this YAML script for you, but if you want to write it in real time also, you can write it in an YAML pipeline. All right, so you can see here the task name is lambda 3 docker show commits lambda 3 docker at version is 0, right? So there is something called version as well. Let's see that in our upcoming slides. So this is how you can add a task. For example, if you want to add something that relates to ant build, right, you can add it here. It is actually added by default. So now you can view the YAML. So the task name is ant at 1. Okay, so in classic pipeline, since it is a UI version, it is actually easy to search for task and add it into your classic pipeline. Whereas if you wanna do it in a YAML pipeline, obviously you have to uh, write this as a script. Like you need to provide a task name, and provide the rest of its activities. All right. So this is very basic view about what tasks in Azure pipeline. All right. So going further, there is something called custom tasks. Okay. So what we saw now is an inbuilt task. There is something called an custom task. What you can do is, like, if you have a set of operations that you wanna perform that is very specific to your project. Okay. In those kind of situation, what you can do is you can write your own script. You can build it. You can package it and publish it as a custom task, so that you can use that as a step in your Azure DevOps pipeline. All right. So this is, I know, do not worry. I will make a separate video about how to perform, how to create it custom tasks and all. But for now, just understand like what custom tasks are. That should be more than enough in this particular video. Right. So in order to give you more information in YAML pipelines, you refer the tasks by its name. If a name matches both inbox tasks and custom tasks, the inbox task will take precedence. All right. So what happens is, say if, I'm giving a task name, right? Say for example, here your task name is ant at 1. For some reason, I have provided my task name as ant at 1 in my YAML pipeline. All right. So in those kind of situation, what happens is, if you have a duplicate names, one that is actually present inbuilt will take precedence. All right. So that is what I am just trying to explain in this particular line. All right. You can so in order to avoid that, you can use the task GUID or a fully qualified name for the custom task to avoid this risk. Okay. This is something many people miss. I have personally taken much time to debug this particular scenario. That is why I just highlighted to actually that is why I just highlighted this point here. All right. And next we have something called task versions. Tasks are versions. Okay. You must specify major works version of the task that you used in your pipeline. We saw a glance, right? Here we have version called ant at 1. Right. So here here you have only one version, but there are certain situations where you have multiple versions. Let's go to command line script. Here you have multiple versions like 1 and 2. Okay. So this is something you need to keep in mind. So always, it is always recommended to use the latest version, because it will obviously have the latest information for you, which will fix lot of bugs, and it will have new features as well. So always recommended to use the latest version. One catch here is, like, if there are any minor release change, right? For example, say you are trying to, there is a version change from 1.2 to 1.3, or like say 2.3 to 2.4. So in those kind of situations, what happens is your build or release will automatically use the new version. Okay. So if say you have included version 1.2 in your Azure pipeline, so if there came a new version called 1.3, in those kind of situation, the latest version 1.3 will be automatically taken by your Azure pipeline. Whereas if there is a major version change, for example, there came a major version change called 2.0 or 3.0. So in those kind of situation, it will try to, it will wait for you to actually make the change to the pipeline. Okay. So until then, it will use the older major version only. Okay. So this is a small catch that we need to understand with respect to task versions in Azure pipeline. All right. So I have few additional useful links as well with respect to task. Okay. So one is, like, there's a GitHub page for the Azure pipeline task, which is actually maintained by Microsoft people. So if you look at this particular link, you can find all the tasks that is made open source for you to use. You can go into tasks and find list of tasks that is actually very widely used within Azure pipeline. For example, let's say you wanna go into, say, Azure CLI. Okay, you can go into some TypeScript files. So these are the task files, like .ts is a TypeScript file. So this is how the task is written and maintained. so you can view how it is actually built. Okay, so this is something might be useful for you in case if you are looking for some information. Okay, that is why I have given it here. And there is another link as well, which is respect to the list of tasks that is actually available. Okay, so what I shown you is a glance of the task that is available here. So once you click on plus icon against your agent, you can find all the tasks that is actually present here. Okay, but still, if if you want to look for any other information and all right, you can look for those task related details here. For example, you have all the build tasks here. So like we have .NET Core CLI of different versions, we have Android build tasks. Similarly, we have lot of build tasks here, and we have few deploy tasks as well. Like if you wanna deploy it to some app or somewhere, then you can use this deploy tasks. Like say Azure Web PowerShell and Azure ARM templates. So these kind of tasks also you can find in this documentation. And there is something called package task as well. If you want to package your custom task or in those kind of situation, you can use this package task. Okay, there are a few test tasks as well, and yeah, there are a few tool tasks and utility tasks, and yeah, that's all. So I just found that this might be little useful for you. That is why I just given a documentation link for this particular tasks as well. All right, so this is a very high level basic view of what tasks are. So once you get once you get high level information what tasks are, it might be very easy for you to start working on real Azure DevOps pipeline, because the tasks are the very core information of your Azure pipeline. All right, so yeah, that's all what I want to cover as part of this video, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe and follow my channel. If you think this is very useful and really informative for you, you can buy me a super thanks. If you're not sure what super thanks are, like you can go to any of my YouTube video and you can buy me super thanks. All right, so if you go to my channel, right, you can visit any of my links.
Hey, hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this Azure DevOps tutorial series, today let's discuss about how to select a template during runtime using the parameters option.
Similarly,
Alright, so in our previous videos, we discussed about introduction to parameters and how we can use.
Okay, guys, thank you. Bye.